Hello, witch folk. Welcome to our coven.
We're angels on broomsticks. We're a mother-daughter duo.
And we love the makeup.
I'm Kristen.
And I'm Evangeline. And today we have another Witches, Bitches, Martinis, and Makeup session for you. I believe it's Halloween today, or Samhain, as the witches call it. So we're going to be talking about the origins of Halloween, which is our topic of the day. Our cocktail of the day is... She's got a tequila soda. I'm just drinking ginger tea because I'm not in the mood to drink, but still a cozy drink for Halloween, I think. And then, makeup-wise...
We're just going to use all our melt palettes because we're going to make a video after this about all our melt palettes.
We got a lot.
We got a lot.
A lot.
I can't even fit them in my hair.
I know. So we're going to mix and match, I think.
We're going to mix
just
and match, just play. I don't even know what to do. I don't even. You?
No, I have zero plan, to be honest. I'm just going to go with the flow, try and talk at the same time about Halloween, Samhain, and that's about it. That's our plan for today.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Let's get started on our faces. I just got back from a vacation.
Vacation? What did you think about your vacation?
It was nice to get away.
But you said people in Victoria, BC have
They don't wear makeup. I don't think there's a Sephora there. They just wear Lululemons. I'm not into that, you? It's athleisure.
I hate athleisure. I wish everybody wore the craziest outfits. I wish everyone dressed like, what's her name in Killing Eve? The villain. Villanelle. She dresses so good. I wish we all walked around like that. With full faces of makeup. Men, women, everyone.
Why is people not wearing makeup?
All right. I feel so... gray and ashen today. Let's see what we can do to turn things around.
So I have gone back to this foundation, The Ordinary, because you were saying I looked all fresh at the end, because she sees me at the end of my dog walking day, which is like 2 o'clock. Mm-hmm. And I've been in like 2 thunderstorms and stuff. Yeah. By then. So I did a pump and a half, so that was key.
You have the high coverage. I mix the high coverage and the serum a lot.
And I also brought back in my life, and I believe it to be true, this Nars Smudge Proof eyeshadow base.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'm not using that concealer anymore.
I'm never sold on eyeshadow bases. Like,
well, I am.
I was using the Urban Decay one, and I found it made my eyelids like really grippy. Like grippy in a way that
You need to... Oh, it's hard to blend.
Yeah. It was like...
So in that particular, for instance... You should put a little setting powder on it, tiny bit.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That goes against my instinct. I think of setting powder when something's dewy. So, yes, we're talking about origins of Halloween. And, I also want to share a little bit of my own personal ghost story from 2 Halloweens ago.
What?
I did a seance.
Do I even know this? Oh, yeah. Oh,
I thought it would be fun to share that story as well after talking a little bit about Halloween. So, Halloween... I'm sure everyone could guess has some pagan origins as all... Do we call it a holiday? Event?
It's a high holy day.
It's the holiest day of the year, so yes, we call it a holiday. It comes from the ancient Celtic festival of Samhain, and many modern witches and pagans still call it Samhain. And now it's very much considered the witches' New Year instead of, New Year's Eve, because it's like end of summer, retreating inward. It's the part of the wheel of the year where we're shifting mindsets, Mm-hmm. So modernly, a lot of witches use that time for self-reflection, connecting with ancestors, honoring those who have passed. What?
I'm going to therapy now. This sounds like I'm a witch. Because I'm reflecting.
That's true.
I'm going to therapy because of my grief.
Yeah.
Because my parents died.
It's a very good time for that. Yes. And looking back on your family and honoring the dead and where they are. Many people believe that the veil between sort of the spiritual and physical realms is thinner. So it's easier to connect with those who've passed. Which will come later with my story. Way back when the Celts celebrated it. It's hard to say whether they considered it a new year, but they definitely considered it a time of the last harvest and shifting over to a new mindset. So they lit bonfires and, you know, there was animal sacrifice usually. And you hear animal sacrifice and you're sort of like, oh, that's intense. But we do that all the time for Thanksgiving.
Yeah, we always have a pig roast.
Yeah, you have a fucking turkey. That's an animal sacrifice. So they would have animals and before, you know, going into the deep, dark hell of winter. But then, of course, the Catholic Church came around and they sort of like shifted it over to be All Souls Day and All Saints Day. All Saints Day is on November 1st. All Souls Day is on the 2nd, and that was like honoring all their saints who had passed. So then sort of some of those traditions that they created melded with some of the Celtic pagan traditions, and some of the things that we do today for Halloween, like trick-or-treating, has like many sort of potential origins. One of which was from Samhain, what villagers disguised as costumes made of animal skins to drive phantoms away. And then in later centuries, people began dressing as ghosts and demons and performing antics in exchange for food and drink. And then at one point, more when Christianity had taken over, poorer people would visit the houses of wealthier people and receive pastries called soul cakes. Food, money, ale.
So that's the origin of trick-or-treat?
Yeah. So it seems to have like many sort of traditions and customs from different eras till I guess we eventually got to little children asking for candy.
Little children.
I used to get so embarrassed to say trick-or-treat.
Trick-or-treat.
There was never a time I confidently went, trick-or-treat! I was always like,
It's because it's so weird, right? What if someone said trick? What'd you do? Run?
A trick? I swear I'm sure there's some old dads who are like, here's a trick for you. Did you trick-or-treat much when you were young?
Yeah, we did, but it took forever. We had a pillowcase, and it took forever because the houses are so fucking far apart compared to where you grew up.
Yeah, we grew up in the best Halloween place you could, I think. Oh, and Samhain translates as summer's end. That makes sense. So, my ghost story. I don't even know if I've ever told you it in full.
Did it have to do with the Ouija board?
No. Oh, as a kid. Who didn't have a Ouija board? I used to convince myself the spirits were talking to me on the Ouija board. This one, how to begin? It was on Halloween, on Samhain, and I went to my friend Casey's house. Her girlfriend at the time, Amy, like, always knew about spirits, has always been, like, really not afraid of, like, ghostly experiences she had had. And so Casey had always felt this weird thing in her family's house in the basement. As a kid, she remembered hearing her name called, like, all the time, and, like, it was never her mom, never her dad. So we wanted to go into that basement. It wasn't an unfinished basement. It was like a normal basement, a nice basement, and do a seance on Halloween because the spirits are supposed to be, you know, the veil's supposed to be thinner. I've never done anything like this. I think you have to be careful, in my opinion, because I believe in ghosts, I think. I don't not believe in ghosts. Do you believe in ghosts?
No, I don't.
No? You don't?
I wish I did, but no, I don't.
So we sat down, turned all the lights off in the basement, got all these candles out, and Amy had a pendulum board. So it's basically like a yes, no, maybe, ask again or something, and you hold this like crystal that moves. And so we just got some crystals around, cleansed the space, and then, I don't know if Amy could have been moving the pendulum, but basically she started asking questions and we started getting answers, and we learned that there was a woman there who was connected to Casey's dad's old record player that didn't work, and she had a message for Casey's dad and all that. Okay, maybe Amy could have been moving the pendulum, but what freaky started happening was the lights started flickering and the laundry machine started going like it wasn't on or anything, like all these electrical disturbances, and that's when I started to get really freaked out. So did Casey, so we stopped. We were freaked out, and Amy was sitting there all chill, like, yeah, that's just what the spirits do. So we took a break, and then we went back down, and Casey, my friend, decided to take over the pendulum board, she started asking questions, and then it turned out to be someone else talking. It was a man, and he said he wasn't like malicious. He was there to help her. I'm gonna borrow your highlighter. You forgot mine. He was there to help her, and then things started getting weird. He started giving really weird answers to questions, and then Amy was like, this sounds like somebody fucking with us. We have to close this circle. And meanwhile, like, the candles were flickering, the lights were flickering. I don't know what was going on, but it was getting freaky. So Casey's like, okay, we close this. Please leave. We don't want you here anymore. And then the dogs got up and started wildly barking, and the lights were flickering. And then Casey and I both attest to when Amy opened the window, we saw this weird shadow go across the ceiling. I'm not kidding. A weird shadow. And I said, did you see that? And she did. Anyway, so Amy thinks it was just like some trickster spirit here to fuck with us, because on Halloween it's like a feast for them. Doesn't mean it was like a really evil like person, but it could be someone just really like having a fun time. Anyway, that was my story. I have no explanation for any of what happened, but it happened, and I'm not lying, and I was there.
Okay.
What do you think about it? What do you think about the weird flickering lights? You think that was just...
Yeah, but wait. How do they talk to you and say that I'm not malicious?
Well, because we have the pendulum board, so you have to ask, like, yes
What's
or no questions.
What's a pendulum? Oh.
I explained it.
Okay.
You have to ask yes or no questions, and so it's like, do you have bad intentions? No.
Oh, well, okay.
And then Casey told me that it really felt like a pull down. I should get my pendulum.
Let's do it.
And then we thought about doing one last Halloween, but we were too scared. I backed out because she wasn't with Amy anymore, and I was like, I don't trust doing this without an experienced person. Let us know in the comments down below what you think of my story, and if you have your own ghost stories, because I believe in ghosts. I like to listen to Robert Welsh's Ghost Stories and Makeup. There's some really scary stories in that.
Yeah, I'm sure. I'm starting with the eyes, and I'm going in with Gemini.
I'm prepping my eyelids. Oh!
How come I have never had a ghost?
I don't know. I've never had a ghost, except for one thing.
Yeah, but I'm older.
But I've never had one really. We were seeking this out. We specifically went because Casey had this experience, because Amy knew how to talk to spirits. Apparently some people are like just more...
They're called mediums.
Yeah. There's that Netflix series about it, which is very interesting. I don't think everybody like is attuned to it. It's like a radio frequency almost.
Oh, that's true.
In my opinion. I want to start with the Mount Mary Jane.
But do you think you can... Is it a muscle you can exercise?
I've heard some people say yes, that it is. But I don't know. I don't know if I want to exercise mine. I'm still scared.
Why? What are you scared of? If you're scared of people, they're just ghosts. They're not like Satan.
It's true. That was my thought about the trickster spirit. Like, what difference is this between like a shitty person who's just annoying, you know? It's like the same thing. To me, I think of spirits as like, not necessarily like cognitive, conscious people. I think of it more as like people who left behind energy.
Oh, okay.
Like,
what if you didn't leave behind energy? Or
then you're good. Like, you can leave behind... Think about when you walk into a room and you pick up a vibe. Like, someone just had a fight in that room or something happened, and you walk in there and everyone's, like, normal, but you pick up on certain energies. I think certain, like, strong emotions can leave behind weird shit. Anger. My friend had a very interesting experience in Ghana where the slave dungeons were.
Oh, yeah.
And she said she felt something unlike she'd never felt before. Like deep sickness, deep, just so immediate feeling like some left behind, really tragic energy was there. And then they had a weird experience with some dude who walked up to them and then disappeared. Like, I don't know. My only weird thing I once had was I was in your bedroom in the Dixon house. You and Dad were downstairs hanging out. It was late at night. And I kept hearing someone going up and down the stairs, up and down the stairs. Betty was with me. It wasn't Betty. I went downstairs and asked you, like, why do you guys keep doing this? I don't think you'd remember. And you had not budged. That was my only thing that I personally had.
But you were just probably hearing this tchy neighbors.
No. It was so immediately the sound of those stairs. You know those stairs.
Oh, yeah.
Creaky.
Maybe it was Freddie.
It wasn't. Freddie wasn't there or something. I don't know where, if he was at camp, but it was up and down, up and down, up and down. Like, my friend had she started to worry that her apartment was haunted, but then figured out it was just the really shitty energy of the woman who lived under her. And then once she moved out, there was like this left behind gross energy, and it was empty for a while, and she was so spooked. And then once like some nice people moved in, she felt so much better. Like, they say ghosts can be sort of stuck to like objects a lot of the time, objects, places, or people. So I could definitely see that as well. We don't hear enough about friendly ghosts.
I always hope that they were there and they guided you.
Maybe they guide us in ways we don't know. When you get that gut feeling about something. There's so many spooky stories out there, but it's so stigmatized that a lot of people don't even share stuff they have.
I have this shade in here in the Gemini that gives me melancholia.
What?
Because it looks like my old teddy bear that got thrown in the garbage. It's called Lorelei. Looks like Billy.
Mm-hmm.
His body. Makes me sad.
Lorelei looks like a mix between a road and rubbish from the Rust palette.
I don't know what to do for a shimmer now that
I dare you not to use this shimmer.
Okay. I love shimmer. Anyone who knows me knows Mama loves a shimmer. I'm going in 420.
Oh, you're really mixing it up.
It's got this hot green color called Shotgun. Didn't I have one weird kind of metaphysical experience? And it's so weird and random. I had a dream once, like ages ago. My parents were still in that townhouse.
Mm-hmm.
That the childhood doctor, our general practitioner, he came in my dream, and I hadn't thought about him in years.
Yeah.
And he had no influence in my life. I didn't know him. Nothing weird ever happened with him. You know, Dr. D, we'll call him. He came in my dream, and then next time I visited my mom, and I know the day. I remember because she said, "Oh, Dr. D died."
Oh.
When? It was the day I had that dream.
That is weird. That is weird. See, what is that? Like, of all the times that you're dreaming of Dr. D is the day he died?
Yeah. And why would he come to my dream?
I don't know. Maybe he's like on his way out. He's like,
I
knew you.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Could be. Because I had a friend who believed when you're dreaming, that's when you're like really in the world proper.
Yeah, I could sort of see that. I just had weird moments, like that time you asked me, guess who I ran into today?
Yeah, this is a good story.
I think we've told it before,
but
I'll tell it again. We were just in the car, and she said to me, guess who I ran into today? And immediate response, not a thought. The woman who gave me Millie.
That's her teddy bear.
My teddy bear I've had since I was like just born, and I've never barely even met the woman that I can remember. She's never talked about. We don't know her. It was just like, where did this knowledge just pop into my head?
Because it was before Facebook, so I never kept in contact with her.
Yeah.
And she's still not on Facebook. I thought it was weird. Okay, I kind of like this look. It's really kind of, what's the word? Like when you're not going all out, you're sort of like restraining. Like a lot of it's neutral, and then there's this pop of, I don't even know what I did. I'm still busting to dip my finger into a shimmer. Right.
Do it then.
No.
No?
I'm going to just do something on the bottom. What palette am I in? Gemini again. Okay, I'm using Moon.
Definitely.
No, it's called Moki. I read Moon. Moki.
Red moon. Doesn't look like a moon color at all.
No.
But definitely share any of your own spooky stories down below if you have any, or any of your friends' stories, because I especially would love to hear them.
It's not that I'm not a believer.
Could you say a believer?
I'm not a believer. Sorry. But I'm not big on it.
When I was at Dad's in PI, I actually kept thinking there's ghosts there.
Probably.
And fucking tripping myself out. Well, it's an old barn.
Ew.
But it doesn't look like a barn. It's been like renovated to be modern.
Come into this look. I don't even want to finish. I want something white. Where can I find a white? Oh, millennial pink. The one that nobody likes. It doesn't have a white. It has a white shimmer. Shit. Damn it.
What about this? It's not a white, but it's an off-white from the Rust.
Okay.
But you always say, like, I fear the living more, and I fear all my real problems that I have right now.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, true.
Yeah.
But I'm always fucking scared there's a ghost. Even last night, And I was trying to wake my boyfriend up for 5 in the morning on a Saturday to get to work. Ugh. I was like mad because he wasn't getting up. And then the lights just all blasted on. And I was like, ghost! There's a ghost here. Or I thought
And
it was
there? Or was it just him putting the light on?
No, it wasn't him. I don't know. All the lights just blasted on. And then I thought maybe it's my anger turning the lights on.
Why did the lights blast on? Why didn't you tell me that?
I don't know. But it was scary. And I was like, what's going on? What was that?
Well, that sounds like a ghost.
I know.
I could never recreate this if I tried.
Looks like a tropical bird from my angle. I wanted to shimmer. Is this gonna look weird?
You think a teddy bear can haunt you from the Gemini palette?
Why from the Oh, your teddy bear. Yeah, maybe.
Billy.
Your teddy bear's haunting you? I bet there's a lot of teddy bears out there with some ghosts attached to them. Child ghosts.
I bet. I dream of becoming a ghost.
What?
Oh, yeah.
What do you mean?
I'd love to haunt somebody.
Oh, like you dream of it like it's a dream of yours, not like you dream you're a ghost.
No, I'd love to be a ghost. It's goals. Look what happened.
What?
You're smeared.
Oh, no. Oh, Lord.
So we have somebody that we talked to on Instagram. She depotted.
Oh, yeah.
Depotted. She depotted every single melt palette she had.
Yeah.
But she kept these.
And put them in a mega palette, which
would be amazing.
Disturbed me.
It disturbed you, but I almost spontaneously combusted out of like pure excitement.
I was just like, I love the little color stories and the little packaging.
Me too, but I wonder if she knew which one went where.
I'm sure she very much
No, she was like a fun
it.
makeup nerd, one of those, you know? Amazing. And she did, you know what else she did?
What?
I think you would die, and I don't even want to tell you what she did with her ritual defee.
What?
She depotted them.
And put them where?
Like she put them in one of those little square creamy things.
Oh, I saw someone do that on mine today. They're a makeup artist.
Yeah.
So they like depotted all these lipsticks, like the Lisa Eldridge lipsticks.
Yes.
She fucking took them out of their tube and mushed them in.
Yes.
The Lisa Eldridge with the velvet, beautiful finish on the sides. I was disturbed, but I guess she's a makeup artist, so she does other people's makeup, so she has to do that. But I was like not on board. I was like, oh my god.
There are some dupes for Lisa Eldridge.
Which?
There's a Revlon dupe.
Oh yeah.
The new one, a new Revlon type. That's like that velvety texture. I'm still not knowing what to do with this.
I don't know what's going on with my inner corner. Looks messy.
You know, my favorite thing is an inner corner, not a shimmer. An inner corner brightness or something. Because I find it gets in my eyes and makes my eyes water.
I might regret this. Am I going to regret this?
What?
Putting a matte instead of this shimmer.
Nope. You're going to learn a valuable lesson in life.
Which is...
Put mattes instead of shimmers on your inner corner.
Erode.
Oh, I got it all over. It's not the shadow's fault. It's my fault.
I think I'm mostly done. Just might fix my blend a little and then put mascara on. What about you? Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we'll be right back. Okay, we're back. And the journey was much longer than intended, but we made it. If my look looks a little different, it's because I ended up dipping into the 420 a little to brighten the inner corner and deepen the sides a bit. I had some struggles today. I was dipping into too many palettes without thinking. I was thinking too much about ghosts.
Oh, okay. Now we're going to do our lips. So we have these Kaleidos lip pluffs from the Apple...
The Cloud Lip Clays.
Okay.
I believe.
Yes. Okay.
Gold.
From the latest Apple Collezione. You said you wanted to do this sort of a...
One of the neutral ones. Was this it?
Yeah, I think so. I think I'm going to do the deep one. I'm going to do the one called Deep.
What? Queen of the Night. Mine is called Adobe. Okay.
I'm going to line.
I'm going to do this and then I'm going to line.
Ooh. It tickles. Do You find it tickles?
No.
I watched that thing on Netflix, that Goop. Gwyneth Paltrow.
You did?
The sexy things.
What did they have to say about it?
Oh, I think we're doing it wrong.
Huh? Doing what wrong?
Sexual encounters.
Why?
Watch it.
No. Not interested in what she has to say. Okay, I think I'm going to line it with the darker, a little bit of a medium dark brown from Vive. Vive. I like this color.
I like this color too.
Nice.
It's hard though.
I am really into this color.
You can have it.
Are you going to have it? No.
I don't
You
care.
haven't even used it.
I don't give fucks anymore. Jesus Christ.
Okay. Just give me your whole collection, why don't you? Okay, so these are the finished looks. Lots of fun with the melt palettes today. I think this is so autumnal. Yours is too.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Most of the melt palettes are autumny.
Listen, we didn't do Halloween makeup.
No.
But if you're watching this on Halloween, and this is like a week before, I have carved my pumpkins in the shape of the cookies from Squid Game.
Yep. The umbrella is going to be the hardest. Do not put me on that duty because I cannot. I'm so bad at carving pumpkins. I'm awful at it. Very terrible. I posted my pumpkin from last year and got made fun of a lot by people.
Oh.
My dad even called me and said, "What did you do to that pumpkin?" Because it was just like a really shittily cut
It's
out.
all in the tools,
Yeah.
I think.
And the circle was really hard to do.
I think I have a circle to do.
It's
I have a star, and I've got a triangle, and I've got an umbrella.
Yeah. So definitely let us know because it's Halloween or Samhain or Witch's New Year. What are you doing today? What are you doing to celebrate? Definitely take some time to think about your ancestors. Take a moment of pause. Think about the year. Think about retreating inward and don't be afraid of the winter.
Don't be afraid of ghosts, y'all.
Don't be afraid of them. It's true. I'm afraid of them. Let us know your ghost stories.
Yes.
That's for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, so don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And we'll see you next time. Stay witchy, especially witchy today. Stay bitchy. And have a good Samhain, All Hallows Eve, Halloween. Bye,
Bye,
witches.
witches.